Welcome back. We're on part three of strategic planning, analyzing organizational resources and opportunities. So, starting from core competencies, these are activities that differentiate an organization from its competition and that create a company's competitive advantage in the marketplace. Market opportunity is a combination of circumstances and timing that permits an organization to take action to reach a particular target market. Strategic windows, temporary periods of optimal fit between the key requirements of a market and the particular capabilities of a company competing in that market. And then competitive advantage is the result of a company matching a core competency to opportunities it has discovered in the marketplace. The marketing environment includes the industry in which the company operates or intends to sell its products. Any strategic planning effort must take into account the organization's available financial and human resources and capabilities and how these resources are likely to change over time. Here we're going to look at the SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And this is an assessment of an organization's overall strengths, which is a company's competitive advantages or core competencies, their weaknesses, limitations a company faces in developing or implementing a marketing strategy, opportunities, favorable conditions in the environment that could produce rewards if acted upon, and then threats, barriers that could prevent the company from reaching its objectives. So here is an example of a SWOT analysis, and you will be using this matrix when you do the final project. And of course, I will bring in more instructions and details on that, but this will help you to see exactly how to identify what your organization, like what are their strengths and what could be their weaknesses, and then match them with opportunities and convert those weaknesses and threats into strengths and opportunities instead. So, first mover advantage is the ability of an innovative company to achieve long-term competitive advantages by being the first to offer a certain product in the marketplace. The advantages of a first mover advantage is it helps a company build a reputation as a pioneer and market leader. The market is free of competition, helps establish customer brand loyalty where switching may be costly or difficult, and the firm can protect its trade secrets and technology through patents. So if you think back on, maybe all of you are too young to remember, but when Tesla first came out, they were probably they had the first mover advantage for a little bit until other car companies decided to evolve and change their fuel vehicles into either hybrids or electric vehicles. A risk to being a first mover advantage is the high cost outlays associated with creating a new product. So it did take a lot of money for Tesla to create the vehicles that they created. If you remember, it took a long time for the Cybertruck to get out, and that was due to not only for them to test the product and make sure quality control was okay, everything was okay with it, but also the cost. Early sales growth may not match predictions if the firm overestimates demand, and the product could fail due to market uncertainty or not meeting consumers' expectations or needs. Cost outlays associated with creating a new product may include market research, product development, product production, and marketing or buyer education. For those late mover advantages, for those organizations that are late to that come in later in the process, the advantages of this is that they benefit from first movers' mistakes and improve on product design and strategy. So back to your Tesla. Um, yes, they were first, they were part of the first um, electric cars, eco-friendly cars. And since then, other vehicle makers are looking at what they did well and what they maybe didn't do so well, and then they're creating vehicles that perfect those mistakes or those mishaps and maybe make it better. Lower initial investment costs because the first mover developed distribution infrastructure and educated buyers. More data and certainty about product success. Some of the disadvantages for late movers, are that the first mover may have patents or other protections on technology and trade secrets. First mover customers may believe switching will be expensive or time consuming, making it difficult to gain market share. And then the timing of entry into the market is crucial and can determine the advantage that is possible. So these are things that need to be really need to be thought of before coming in after a big name like Tesla and they take over the market. Will your product either come into like come in equally to the Tesla, or will your vehicle come in and then maybe, oh wow, that didn't really work? So those are things that the marketing department needs to think about. Like, are we making this new product come out, and when it comes up against the first mover, how will it rank, and how will it fare in the market? So here is our fourth section. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break again.